Hi, I'm Chris with Five Nines Technology Group, working on the project for Nebraska Hospital Association where we're implementing 1Password. And today I want to just demo some of the basics for generating passwords, accessing your vault, and a lot of the day-to-day operations that you'll be conducting when you actually use 1Password. So the first thing you want to do to access the 1Password site is just pop into a search engine like Google, and you're going to just type in 1Password. So usually you'll get that first link that says the 1Password site, and then we're going to click on the sign in option right here. So I always recommend that everybody bookmarks this site, and I already have it bookmarked, so it's my.1password.com. And once you bookmark it, it should add to your favorites bar. So like if I click on this, it takes me to the same site. So you should have already created your account during the setup process. So you'll know your email, your secret key, and your password. So for my account, I'm going to punch in our email we use for Five Nines. I'm going to copy and paste my password that I know. And for the secret key, I'm going to pause the video very quickly so I can enter that because that is clearly shown just like your email and it's unique to every account. We want to keep that secure. So I'll be right back. Perfect. Okay, now that I'm logged in, you'll be welcomed with the 1Password home landing page. So let me just dismiss this let's get started thing. So the first thing I wanted to point out to everybody is that everybody has what's called a private vault. And a private vault is where you store your own personal items that nobody else has access to. These are things like your personal accounts, personal records, things like that that nobody else can see but you. Then everybody has access to the shared vault, which is the complete opposite. So this vault is shared amongst anybody within the Nebraska Hospital Association 1Password site. So anybody who's a user and anybody who adds items to this vault will be able to see these usernames and passwords. So these are shared with anybody in the company. And then there are unique vaults that can be created and assigned per group. So the accounting, administration, and data departments, for example, are tied to specific departments, and certain groups or users can be added to these vaults, and only those people will be able to access and share items within those vaults. Only my account has access to this all vault because it's an owner account, so most users will not see this vault, or for that matter, department vaults that they might not be a part of. So let's get started and jump right into private vault. So Private Vault showcases all of your private items that only you will see. So let's say we want to create an item for a Google account. So let's say we have our own Google account, we want to add it to our Private Vault. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You can add it manually here in the vault with the plus sign or directly from the Google site. So for this first part of the demo, I'm going to show you how to add it directly here in the vault. So you're going to click on the plus sign, and then from here, this list gives you a plethora of options for creating a record within 1Password, but 99% of the time you're going to choose login right here. So after that, you're going to want to give it a name in the title section. So I'm going to call this my Google account. And then for the username, Google accounts always use an email. Some websites actually use a username, but you'll either put in a username or an email in this username field. So for example, let's say my Google account is test59@gmail.com. Okay. And then you can enter a password manager or manually, but that is highly not recommended. The entire point of a password manager is for it to generate strong passwords that you, the user, can't even remember. So you're going to want to click on the little key here, and then it automatically generates you a very strong password, a mixture of uppercase, lowercase numbers, and letters, and all sorts of things. This guy has a high strength that has a character length of 20 characters, which is very good. Some websites have requirements where you can only have a certain amount of characters, so you can always lower or increase that by clicking on the up or down arrow there. And if you don't like how that password looks, you can always just click regenerate and it makes you another one. So let's just stick with this password here. For the website field, you do have to have this filled out because 1Password needs to know what website it will actually apply this username and password to. So in this field, because it's a Google account, we'll just simply put google.com. In the notes section and everything else below the website, it's totally optional, but I always like to fill out the notes section and say, give it some specifications on like what this account is. So I'm going to say it's my personal Google account. And then just like that, you click save, and then voila, you automatically have your Google account added with your username, which in this case is an email, your password, which you can copy or reveal it to look at it. And as you can see, letters are black, numbers are highlighted blue, and symbols would be highlighted red. Displays how strong the password is, and it also shows the website. So you can click open right here, and it will take you directly to the website where you can click sign in. And then you'd see this little key option here, and you'd be able to autofill, click next, and then proceed to sign in by clicking on this again. But since this account doesn't exist, we'll just jump into the next part of the demo where we'll actually create an account directly right here using the 1Password extension on a website. Okay, to resume our tutorial, I'm going to show you how to generate an account for a website directly from that website so you don't even have to go to your vault. So let's say you want to create a Google account. So we're going to click sign in, click create an account. We'll just say it's for business. We'll just say we are 5'9". Click next. We'll just say our birthday is January 1 of 1970, and we'll just say our gender we'd rather not say. We'll click next. It's asking me if I want to use an email. Obviously not. We have our own email, so we'll click use our own. And in this example, I have an email that I'm willing to use, so I'll just drop that in here like this. And then from here, we'll click next. And then here in the password field, after I get a code sent to the email, which is unique, let me grab that code very quickly. And this example only applies for Google account. This is where it matters. So when you're in the password field here, you'll have the little 1Password icon. So you're going to click this guy here and say, hey, you want to use a suggested password? So you say, yeah, you'll do that. And then it automatically prompts you with saving the item. So it automatically says, hey, do you want to call this Google? It has the password that it chose. It automatically adds the website that we need. And all you have to do is punch in your email. So for this case, I have my email right here. So I'm going to paste that in, and you would just type in your own email, but I'm using an example email. It tells you that it's going to save it to your private vault. And in this example, let's say this is an account you want to have shared with everybody in the administration department instead of just you. So you would change your vault to administration, and then you click save, and then the vault locate or the item location would change from your private vault to the admin vault. But for this example, we'll keep it in the private vault. We'll say save, and then we'll do next. And then just like that, we'll skip that, click done, all the way through, confirm, and there we go. We just created a business account using an email through 1Password. So let's hop back over to our 1Password vault. And as you can see right there, it automatically added that item. So items can be either built manually in your vault, or they can be done directly from an extension in your browser, which should automatically be there. That'll be it for this tutorial. I wanted to keep it sweet and simple on just the absolute basics of generating usernames and passwords for your private vault. In the next tutorial, we'll kind of show how that works if we want to create items for other vaults.